Let me just reach down and... Oh my god, I just touched it!
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Okay, cast your minds back to the summer of 2018. Infinity War just dropped and had everyone not feeling good. Far Cry 5 dropped and had us all become such good old boys. And Childish Gambino dropped it. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Truly, it was a time to be alive. But to quote a great philosopher from the WWE,
Let me talk to you.
about 2018's Kissing Booth, the film that was based on the novel of the same name. By the way, I've never read the novel, so keep that in mind. Blessed our Netflix accounts in May of 2018 and rocked the world. It cured cancer, solved depression, and it brought together the world in unity.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry,
Shut
man.
the fuck up.
I wasn't thinking about it
Always
when I
doing
did it.
that.
I should have said like Burger King.
And I will now stop this bit because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't think The Kissing Booth is a good movie, but strangely, it's not a terrible film either. To be frank, The Kissing Booth is just entertaining in both sides, like in both senses and both sides. It's a weird middle ground, which oddly works for it. There are some aspects that I can give credit for being good in The Kissing Booth, and that would be the chemistry of the cast. Joey King, Jacob Elordi, and Joe Courtney were all fun to watch, and their interactions with each other felt genuine and entertaining. However, that's when the rest of the film starts to lose it for me. The story was a generic, teenage love story, all that. Elle's character, along with her best friend, so Elle and her best friend Lee, they've been best friends for years since they were 11. So they have these rules that if you're best friends, you have to follow. So one of the rules is that you can't date your family members. But guess what? Elle likes her best friend's brother Lee. I mean, not Lee. Wow, Noah. She likes Noah, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't tell Lee that I like him because he's gonna be jealous, even though he doesn't have feelings for me because we're just best friends. But he still wants. It's so dumb, and that gets to the point of like me saying that the characters are a little bit annoying. Like I mentioned before, Elle is probably the biggest culprit of this. She's not likable at all. She's supposed to be like super relatable and quirky, but she comes off as very annoying, egotistical, and a pathological liar. And this deepens more into the subsequent sequels, which I'll get to. But I mean, with the first one, she wasn't bad, but she had some tendencies of being like, wow, you are the Greg Heffley of this relationship with Lee in this sense. And like, it's very... And her romance with Noah is really weird because Noah is like, you can't have yourself being looking like this in school. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make sure every single guy doesn't hate you. And you find that hot. Like, if you switch the roles around and maybe put it in different context, this would be like fan fiction for 50 Shades of Grey, and it does not come out well because it makes Noah look very controlling and kind of weird, and there's some awkward moments between them. Like, yeah, it doesn't work. It's just very like that romance is not a good one, to be honest with you.
I'm not pulling anything. Okay, well, my arm is hot. Let me just reach down and... Oh my god, I just touched it.
No.
And I guess the last thing I would say about Elle being an unlikable character is that with her being super relatable and quirky, they try to make her like Sierra Burgess. Remember that movie Sierra Burgess is not a loser? Or not a loser? Like, oh my god, I remember that, and they were trying to make her like that girl, like she does some very shady things, but it's okay because she's doing it for the better. I'm like, that's not how you write a character, and that's kind of what Elle is, the same way. Oh god. And the last thing I'll say about the film that I didn't like would be the soundtrack. They use popular songs, but instead of like the original samples, because original samples are too expensive, they just use covers of it. I didn't like the covers at all. The covers kind of feel cheap. Like, this is a Netflix movie, so you guys could have paid a little bit more money for some licensed songs, but it shouldn't have been there in the first place. If you want to just use original songs, or if you want to use the popular pop song at the time, just shell a little bit of money out to get it. Like, come on. Overall, The Kissing Booth isn't a terrible film, but it's not something you should go out of your way to watch. But I still think if you're looking for a good time, maybe if you're drunk, to quote Jeremy Johns, with alcohol required, give Kissing Booth a watch. It's one of the Netflix films of all time. I'll just say that. And let me just tell you, like, the first film you watching, you're like, it's all right. Let me tell you this: in the subsequent sequels, it's gonna get even more goofy and entertaining. But for now, I'm gonna give The Kissing Booth a 5 out of 10. So let me know down in the comments below. Did you watch The Kissing Booth when it came out? What did you think of it? And did you watch the sequels? And do you want more Kissing Booth content? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
This is fun! Uh-oh.